Put that gloss on there, man. Lock it in, lock that flavor in there. Oh man, I'm trying to attack that thing. You know what I'm saying? I normally, you know, I do all kind of crazy stuff now, man. I ain't lying. I be doing just summoning all kind of powers I be putting into the canvas before I hit it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I feel like I be manifesting something in these hands that they can't do, man. You know what I'm saying? So then when I get my vision down, you know, it's just like I go in. And when I say my vision, I'm talking about my composition, really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have a vision of what I'm doing, but you got to put it in that canvas in a way that you, or whatever the medium is. It could be a wall, you know, it could be the sidewalk. You know, I paint on parking spots, but I have to really view what I'm looking at. And sometimes I can see my vision in the natural shapes in the wall of the can. It's crazy, man. I don't want to sound crazy, but it's like I got this something with my eyes and these hands. And so I don't sketch. I don't use a projector. I don't use a grid. I don't use, some people, I mean, I just have a natural talent for drawing or making markings that are kind of very accurate. So I'm from Dallas, Texas, originally born in Dallas. My mother is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and my father is from Shreveport, Louisiana. So I did a lot of time in boot camp. If you're from the boot, you dig. So I was dropped off by 16 summers out there, man. I've been running around with pistols, shotguns, hunting in the woods, fishing, doing all kind of stuff since I can remember, man. And I come back over here to Texas, you know, to Dallas, and you know, cause hell. Well, my pops, he used to save my drawings as a kid, you know, and be like, he'll show his friends, you know, some of the stuff I be drawing and stuff like that, his homegirls and things like that. They always be like I was good. But in 6th grade, I took this, I had art, and I won a competition in 6th grade for, I think it was like a natural disaster thing I did, you know what I'm saying? Or something for a contest, and I won. That was one of my awakenings with the art. I mean, it was probably until I went to art, I got into art in high school. Late in high school, I took an art class, and my art teacher moved me up to AP art, and I started winning a lot of competitions. Like my art was up with grown people's art, and I was probably 16 or 17, and I win best in show, $500 prizes and stuff, 16-year-old, you know what I'm saying? So I started to, I mean, I knew I had something, but I just was not really in the art. You know, I played sports. I was on varsity football, you know, track team. I was trying to get a scholarship doing something else, and I got an art scholarship for some bands. So I went with that, and when I went to art college, I got a scholarship to go to an art college, man. And I think that's when I realized I was talented. It's funny, I was probably 17 or 18 then, but it was like being a mutant, and you up here with all these other creative people that do all kind of different stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I do what I do, you know what I mean? And I got a lot of respect, but I didn't spend a lot of time honing my craft at that time. So now I really see how talented I am, but I also see how much time I wasted, you know what I mean? But you can't take talent away. So it's like, put me up against any artist, and you know, I'm gonna stand out for some type of reason. I went to Agnew Middle School in Mesquite, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I played sports then, but I probably was more of a class clown. I think I won. You know how they have the prom queen and queen of most popular people. I think I was the class clown one or two of both of those years. I might have been runner-up one year and the first place the other year or something. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up going to Mesquite High School, you know, the championship Mesquite High School. But I was actually in the class between the championship team and the other team. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was around a lot of great athletes who are still great athletes till this day, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? 5A champions, basketball, football, track. You know, I ran and competed with a lot of players, man. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of got a teamwork mentality, even though I'm like a solo specialist. You know what I'm saying? You can put me on a team and I'm gonna do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Cause I perform great with a crew. You know, but I kind of got, you know, some individualized talents. But I ran track at Mesquite, junior varsity, played football all 4 years, starting receiver. I got some bands to go to the Maryland Institute College of Art, which at that time was the #1 school for art in the country. It's still one of the leading schools in design and art. It was wild because, and it's not just a black student, any student from an ethnic background, hands down, was the most talented in this college. You know, some kids went to that school because in an art school you don't take math, science, you don't take any English or any classes like that. You know what I'm saying? It's strictly studio classes and 3-hour literature courses or lecture classes, but it's really a debate with however many people are in that class over whatever topic they want to talk about. And the teacher or professor may be a atheist. It was tree huggers before tree hugging was popular. I met Scientologists before Tom Cruise jumped on Oprah's couch. I had never met these type of people or heard of these type of beliefs. Fairies, Wiccans, you know, most definitely atheists and agnostics. And I'm a Christian because I'm from the South. So, you know, I went up there and it's a high Muslim population up there. People have been trying to convert me and debate with me over things that I don't even believe about what I believe in for years. So art school was, man, it could be a brain fuck or it could be, you know, the most powerful thing that did happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So I did learn a lot of skills and talents, and I got to talk to and meet people from all kinds of walks of life, man. Got a lot of tolerance and respect for all kind of, you know, people. I'm talking about trained like Michelangelo, Leonardo. I learned how to paint like them from the basis of when people first started painting, not just, you know, the supplies that you got available to you today. You know, I learned how to paint with nothing. So when I came back home, I actually struggled for a minute. And I was struggling, trying to figure it out with this art, man. And I couldn't figure it out. I was going to Houston, Dallas. I was going everywhere trying to get on with some art, man. And I had to get a job, but after some things happened, somebody told me like that Dallas was hiring teachers in the arts. So I applied and automatically got in and started teaching at middle school, Florence Middle School in Pleasant Grove. And you know, probably 70% Hispanic, 30% black, or 29% black and 1%, you know, 2 white kids in the school type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So and I was the middle school art teacher. What happened was they was integrating 6th grade for the first time in that school that year, so I got all the 6th graders. So it was kind of like I was able to grow with the kids. It wasn't like I had to get some older kids or anything like that. It was like I kind of was introducing the kids to what middle school was. And you know, a lot of their friends, you know what I'm saying? So, and it was a lot of hood cats, man. I used to tell them, man, all of y'all not gonna, y'all might not make it to college, but I'm gonna show you something that you could use in this art class and you can get some money off top, you know what I mean? So that was kind of my approach. So I taught at Florence for about 3 years, and then they was opening a new tech school in Dallas, and I was qualified, well qualified. I got that position. And once again, it was a school that they were just building. So the first class that came in was the first class of 9th graders. So it was great for somebody like me. You know, kids gravitate towards me or they listen to me and stuff, but I really had the skills though. See, I wasn't a teacher that majored in science and I'm teaching math, or I'm teaching science, but I'm not an award-winning scientist, so I haven't came up with any you know, I'm an English teacher, but I don't have anything published. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm an art teacher that is a working artist and is an award-winning artist. So everything I tell them, they picking it up and I'm able to show them. So teaching was kind of great for me. You know, I was a teacher of what I did. And I was very successful as a teacher. You know, I used to be a receiver. I was an athlete, so I'm looking at my hand and eye coordination is immaculate. So when I just look at that canvas, I just look at it until I can see what I'm finna do, and then I just go at it down there like a Spartan or a gladiator or that jousting dude, you know, the fencing with the paintbrush though, man. Be feeling like it's a manifestation of my hands, man. Like I could just, you know, I wish it could be like that. Sometimes I be trying to, but it don't come out. So, you know, but with that brush, it's like I'm like, you know, I be feeling like a ninja or something. So I just be trying to attack and I say attack, I guess because I'm an athlete, you know what I mean? Art is a sport to me. It's very physical for me. It's mental too, but I do like to really get into my working, you know, and I don't mind if my sweat drips on the canvas, but I don't let it because it might take down the value though, so, you know. Might raise it up now though, got that DNA in there. Well, I do a wide range of art. But recently somebody did say that when they looking at, I guess, all the artists on Instagrams, when they see one of mine, they could tell that's a me. So I never tried to, that's crazy because when I was in art school, people used to say that, man, you need to pick a style. You need to pick a style. You need to get your style down. And I'm like, my style? Like, you know, but people do have styles. But I never it's like I'm always trying to do something and I never have time to finish. Or it's like I'm trying to make my picture look like this, but this brush and these materials they couldn't afford, you know, to look like that. So, you know, they gonna get with it, but this is a good acrylic, you know, this watercolor is banging, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of just, I guess my style is what can they afford, you know, because they say you're not a real artist until people just buy what you do, I guess, you know, but I've been a commission-based artist because I'm trying to live, you know, so I can do whatever somebody want me to do. How do you want it to look, you know? But so I guess with portraiture, I mean, I'm a realist. I do make my own world sometimes, so I can be considered a surrealist when it comes to some of my portrait or figurative work or landscaping. But I also do abstract work, and I'm kind of getting into some abstract expressionist work because, you know, it may have some figurative things in there, but it's not really distinct in like my realism. But so, you know, I venture into all forms of art, and some forms is just pure expressionism and me not thinking about mark making, just trying to create beauty or using the elements or the certain materials, you know, within the art. Some assemblage work, I do collage work, and I also do digital work. So I'm just a fine artist, you know, and I am an expressionist, but I am a realist, and I can do what I want to do. Oh, quite a few things, man. I ain't gonna lie. One, my speed. I'm actually pretty fast for an artist. Now I want to put more time in my work, most definitely. But I mean, if we just talking about getting the ideal across or anything, like I'm hands down, I can produce a lot faster than most artists. I'm gonna credit that to that school I went to though, because they have a hard regimen of getting that work in a certain amount of hours into a project to see the results that you want to see.
My side with a rock with a mask out. Told me young nigga don't crash out. Never let them know what it's stash out. Millionaire friends with the blackout, mirror with the racks out, make a scale tap out. Turkey bag on top of the turkey bag. This scale on top of